Hey guys, Corell Cooper here with OnTheBlack.com with a quick Q&A. Tonight's question comes from Mets Rule 1000, and his question is, who do you think the Mets should pursue the most? Jon Garland, Joe Pineiro, Ben Sheets, or Erik Bedard? So just focusing on those four pitchers, since those are the pitchers you asked about, I right away personally would rule out Bedard and I would rule out Sheets. They both have a serious history of being injured, and they both seem to kind of disappear and have these types of injuries when their teams need them the most. You know, considering the year that the Mets are coming off of in 2009 where everyone seemed like they were injured, I would stay away from pitchers who have shown a significant history of being injured. So I would cross those two pitchers off. Garland, you know, he's been a little shaky the last couple years, so I'm not too sure about him. Pineiro, even though, you know, from what I read right now, you know, he's asking for a little bit more money and maybe an extra year more than maybe what the Mets are willing to offer a free agent pitcher right now. So those two guys seem to be, you know, those two sides seem to be a little bit apart. But I would say out of those four pitchers, I would think that Pineiro might be the best option for the Mets. He's coming off of arguably what could be the best year of his career. He did have 15 wins. On the flip side, I think he had either like 12 or 13 losses, but he did have an ERA under 4. And looking at his numbers, you know, he is the type of pitcher that does throw strikes, which is something you do like in a pitcher. So, you know, I'm not saying that I would sign any of those four pitchers, but out of the four that you brought up, I would think that Pineiro would be at the top of that list for those four. You know, on the flip side of that, there's reports tonight that the Cuban pitcher Chapman has signed with the Cincinnati Reds. And if that's the case, you know, there's a lot of talk on Twitter this evening that, you know, the Reds might be looking to move either Arroyo or Harang. And as I said in the past, that I would like to see if either one of those guys are available, I would like to see the Mets pursue that. Obviously, I would like Arroyo over Harang, but I think both could provide some value and bring something to the Mets rotation. So if either of those guys are available through a trade, I think the Mets should definitely look at that. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll talk to you soon.